Hi everyone, it's Margaret here. On this rainy day, I hope the lighting is okay. I'm here to share a couple of wall hangings that I just finished. These wall hangings will be going to my uncle Joseph Del Grosso's art shop. He is a brilliant artist who does oil paintings. And he has a wonderful little shop, and he asked me if I would be interested in displaying a few of my works there. So I said, sure, why not? I finished a couple here that I wanted to share with you. I did post some pictures on Facebook, but they are quite large, so I hope I can get them on the screen okay. The first one is called Victorian Elegance, and it's shows a picture of a beautiful Victorian lady in the center. And again, I have used the transfer paper, the freezer paper to transfer my images. And I have stuffed the picture, which sits at the center here, and it gives it a beautiful dimensional look. Now, what I've done on this one is used primarily vintage materials, doilies, crocheted flowers, and then of course I've incorporated some newer materials to embellish. The base is actually a beautiful beige lace, and on the back, and then on the front it was a rose-colored lace. But as you can see, once you start embellishing, it all gets covered up. You just have a little glimpse of it right here. So again, you can use gorgeous laces for any base of your project, but if you're embellishing, it is going to get covered up. I use this gorgeous heavy corded trim here, this fringe at the bottom, and then I've layered several gathered doilies at the bottom. And this is from a gorgeous doily, and what I did is I just snipped it out and then gathered it and created this little ruffle at the bottom. On top of that, I've got a little bit of this fringe trim again. I'm getting very close to the end now, but it's got the pearls. And then on top of that, I included again another variation of a fringe trim in a very pale peachy color, which complements the doilies that I've used. As you can see, I've made some crocheted flowers using crochet doilies, and embellished it with some pearls. And this rosette was made from the same fabric as the base of the journal, of the hanging. And then I had these little ribbons that I saved from another garment or project, and I've used that in the corner here to give it a little bit of fullness. On the top, I've used again some crocheted flowers and appliques, and then I've used this ruffle trim here that I took off a blouse, coffee stained it, and used it on this side to create like a little semicircle to border the picture. I used here a dowel to create the rod, but what I did was I covered it in seam binding in a pretty pink color, and then on the ends I just made these little crocheted flowers to embellish either side of the rod. Now I haven't put the cord on it yet for hanging, but I will. I want to find the proper weight for it, and I don't think I have anything in my scrap supplies right now for that, but I will find something suitable. So there is my Victorian Elegance lady wall hanging. And as you can see, she's quite large. It's a beautiful size, so it doesn't disappear when you put her on the wall. The next one is a pretty picture of a sweet little girl, and again I found her on the internet and I fell in love with her. This one's called Taking Time to Smell the Roses, and it depicts a little girl who's picking some flowers, some beautiful roses, and she's wearing the traditional Victorian dress, and she's got gorgeous long hair. And what I've done with this one is I've used a lot of lace ruffles, layers and layers on the bottom, and then I trimmed it off with another type of lace on the bottom of that. And on top, I've done a cluster of these different flowers, ribbon flowers, that I made. This one I had in my stash. I just simply dyed it with avocado to give it a pretty pink color. And again, this one here, I had this in my craft box and stained it a little bit to give it a softer look instead of the stark white. On the corner of the picture, I used this little rosette trim. Again, this was almost like a pure white when I got it. So I did coffee stain it, and it softens it up quite a bit. I repeated it on the upper part of the wall hanging with some pretty lace. And then what I did with this one, instead of the rod, I did a little ring hanging, and I just simply sewed a little flap, and then I fed the ring through, and I used just a regular binder ring, but I covered it in seam binding again to soften it up. Some little stain trim on the top here, some covered buttons, and I put a little applique and embellished it with some pearls on the corner. And as you can see, this one too is a fair size, but she's absolutely beautiful. I put some seam binding on the corner, and then this trim was sent to me by Va. Hi Va. And what I did was, instead of snipping them, I just used a row of them to as a little accent on the corner with the seam binding. The back of it, again, is the pretty lace that I used for the front, for the base, and I just left it plain with, I've just trimmed it off with some pretty trim to finish it off. But there you can see how beautiful she is, and I just love her. So as I said, these wall hangings, along with a couple of other ones that I've made, will be going to my uncle's shop, and I will be making a few more of these in the next little while as I get inspired. Anyway, I hope you like them, and hope to see you again soon with another project. Bye for now.